is CNN Breaking News.
Well, we will have plenty more on the mass shooting in the US city of Orlando in just a moment. But first, some other news in France that says the killing of a police officer and his partner was an abject terrorist act. Jim Bitterman joins us now live from Paris. Jim, just tell us what happened here and what the French president has said since.
Well, Hannah, in fact, this is an ongoing and developing story here. It began last night at around 8:30 when this police officer, a commander at a suburban police station, was going home in civilian clothes, off duty, and he was attacked by someone wielding a knife. He was, according to video reports, stabbed 9 times and was pronounced dead at the scene. And the assailant then holed up in the police officer's house and stood off police for about 3 hours while they attempted to negotiate with him. And when they did assault the house and kill him, they found that the police officer's companion was also killed. A 3-year-old child in the house was safe and has been taken into care by the appropriate authorities. The assailant is someone who had past known connections with terrorist organizations. He was, in fact, sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for his terrorist connections. He was also known as a petty thief and delinquent in the area where he grew up, which, in fact, is an area has been known for its radicalized mosques in the past, an area that's about 45 minutes from Paris and not that far away from where all this took place now.
And, Jim, this is a worrying time, no doubt, for France in particular, because, of course, the European Football Championships are happening right now, and this is a terrorist attack, they're claiming.
Absolutely, and one of the things that really puts on edge are the police, because the fact is this is a new step in terrorism here, that a police officer would be killed in front of his house in civilian clothes. It's an attack on the police in a way that hasn't been seen here before, and that's something that I think is going to rattle the security folks quite a great deal. And already the Interior Minister and President have spoken about this, what they called an abject act of terrorism this last evening as this took place. Anna?
Jim, thanks very much indeed. Jim Bitterman there live for us in Paris. Well, we're staying in France, and some Euro 2016 football fans are now facing jail time. These are images of clashes that erupted after England and Russia drew 1-1 in Marseille. 5 English fans were charged with throwing bottles at either police, rival supporters, or both. They received jail sentences ranging from 1 to 3 months. They've also been barred from entering France for 2 years. Oscar Pistorius is back in court this hour. The South African athlete faces a hearing to determine the sentence he'll receive for killing his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, in 2013. He was found guilty of murder after the prosecution appealed the original verdict of culpable homicide. Officially, the minimum sentence is 15 years, but his lawyers are arguing he's mentally unfit to be sent back to jail. It was just on Monday that a psychologist described Oscar Pistorius as a broken man and said that he's unable to testify in this hearing due to anxiety and depression as well. Continuing coverage of the Pistorius trial as we get more details. But we return you now to CNN's special coverage, of course, of the terror in Orlando, the worst mass shooting in US history.